A lot of people saying times are tough, 17.6% pay rise is an absolute joke.
Yeah, so I obviously being a nurse myself, I went to university and trained to keep patients from harm and to do good. And my opinion on the subject is that nurses, I won't be walking out on my patients because I'm there for the patients. I think I'm quite shocked at the way in which the nursing regulator is in support of patients walking out and placing their patients at harm, because the nursing regulator has struck off some nurses for incidents where no patients came to harm. However, they were judged on potential harm. So I think it's a little bit hypocritical of the NMC to support nurses walking out and putting their patients at harm.
You've just made an absolutely great point, and it's one I wanted to ask about, which is, I am not sure what would happen legally if somebody died or came to serious harm as a result of strike action. And if a nurse who was supposed to be on that very shift, say, in that very department, in that very ward, had walked out on strike and somebody dies or becomes seriously ill, presumably that could lead to negligence claims. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think, like I said, the NMC generally judges nurses on not only actual harm, but the risk of harm. So it just seemed very contradictory that the NMC is supporting such action. Also, we've got to take into account the catastrophe and the devastation that COVID left us dealing with. So there's already cuts, there's already people suffering and worried about the future of their health. I just don't think it's responsible for nurses to walk out and leave and also, how are they going to fill this gap? They're going to have to take on agency nurses who obviously get paid 3 times more than your average NHS staff. So I think it's I think it should have been they should have put a lot more thought into it. And any union that supports that action, I think they are irresponsible.
Do you think it should be illegal for nurses to strike?
I don't think it needs to be that push that forward where we've got laws that say that nurses shouldn't be able to strike. But I think nurses have got an ethical duty to their patients. And if walking out is going to even put one patient at risk, I don't think it's something that should be considered.
Yeah, indeed. Now, in terms of the pay, I'm just going off what the Royal College of Nursing's own website says. It says an average of around 33 grand. OK, I understand there's a scale on that. Is that a fair wage?
The wages with nursing it's not always the same. So there's some things that nurses can do in order to get promotion and, get paid better wages. So in my organisation, Equality for Black Nurses, we've got lots of black and brown nurses that are being blocked from even getting up to top management. And they don't have that opportunity to go up the ladder. So I think there is lots of opportunities for nurses. They can diversify. You can go and work for, an outpatient. There's lots of choices within NHS. So I just feel that people have got to expand on their options.